What's going on, guys? It's Halloween Vids, and today I'll be doing a review on the Spirit Halloween 2022 Mr. Punchy Animatronic. Alrighty, now without further ado, let's get into a review. Mr. Punchy was sold at Spirit Halloween for the 2022 Halloween season. He was probably the worst selling animatronic from the Spirit Halloween 2022 season. Now, that does not mean he was bad. I will get into my thoughts of him in a bit. It's just he did not sell. My store had, well, the location that I worked at, we had 8 of them in. 7 of them remained at the 50% off sale. So we only sold 1 of them during the season, and then we still had 7 in box for the 50% off. So of course I got this guy at the sale, and I'm super happy to have him. But yeah, he just wasn't a very good seller, so I don't see him returning next year unless of course leftover. So actually he might actually return for some stores. Cause I actually still think my location had 1 or 2 by the closing. But yeah, he was not a good seller. But my guess is probably the price, which we'll get into in a couple minutes. But yeah, let's just get into the animatronic himself, Mr. Punchy. All right, first off, his design is awesome. It's super unique, something we've never seen before. We've never seen like a punching bag animatronic, and I think it was done for the most part very well. Um, it doesn't really have like the most punchy baggy type of vibes. Um, like, it's kinda more just like he's like a ball, but I do like it, don't get me wrong. Now the ball does inflate, and mine I think I have mine inflating pretty well, which I don't have it on now because it's not super loud, but just so it's not background noise. But, yeah, it does inflate, which I think is really cool, another unique thing. We haven't really seen too many inflating animatronics, so that's always awesome. But yeah, it's just like a beach ball type of thing with the vibrant colors. The whole color scheme around is, again, very vibrant, cartoony, and fun. I love that. This is definitely going for more of a cartoony, fun clown, which I think they definitely hit the mark on. So, points for that. Um, and when you see the demo, there is a disco light inside of him, which I think is another great added detail. Which I think it's really cool. He's just a very fun clown. But yeah, that's it for the base. Now his shirts, just your generic costume fabric. Um, oh, that's one thing. This honestly could maybe have. I mean, it feels like that material for inflatables, but it could have been maybe a bit thicker. Just because I have seen, and this is when there's been getting holes, and I do know our store display did have a minor hole in it, just from being a store display. But yeah, his clothing here is like your costume materials, so not the most high quality, but not cheap, creepy cloth-esque material either. His hands are really cool. I love his hands. I'm pretty sure they're similar to Crouchy's. Don't quote me on that since I don't own him. But I do love the detail on the hands, and they are in a shiny plastic, which it's you love it or you hate it. I don't hate it. I think it looks good, and the detailing and the molding is really well done. I like it a lot. But yeah, that's it for the clothing and the arms. Now on for the head. I am a huge fan of his face. Matter of fact, I drew his face for an art project in my one art class. I just think it's super unique. But yeah, let's just get onto his grin. I love his grin. Like, it's one of my favorite parts about him. And just his face as a whole. I love his eyes too. Again, just the whole cartoony vibe with him. It's really well done. The big teeth, the eyes, the big red nose. I love it a lot. And not to mention the wiring, like the light wire here at the when you'll see the demo. I think it looks really really cool. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. But yeah, then his hair, it was kind of hard for me to shape, but it does it does puff out pretty nice once you get it going. So yeah. It's not the most high quality material, but it is what it is. It's kind of But the one issue with Mr. Punchy that a lot of people do have, including myself, is that he is a half head. As you can see, the back of the head here, it's just a half. So, I mean, you can really, if you puff the hair out, it hides it very well. But it's just, that is one thing to note. And when I get to the price, which I will mention after the demo, I feel like we got a whole head. But yeah, that's it for this. Let me just plug them in real quick. Okay, I got them all plugged in and all inflated. Sorry about the background noise. That is his fan. I don't think it's super loud and distracting. I won't take any points off for that. I just wanted to apologize in case you found that annoying. But yeah, I'd say mine is inflated pretty well. I have it pretty tight. Yeah, and I've seen some people struggle with that, with tightening. You just gotta make sure the Velcro is tight inside the clothing, and then the string is tight wrapped around the bottom. But yeah, other than that, his setup also, which I didn't mention, was super easy and straightforward. It wasn't anything out of the ordinary or super complicated. You do need weight and a lot of it on the bottom. I have like 15, 20 pounds down there because he will fall over. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the demo.
Round and round and round I go. Where I stop, soon you'll know.
Alrighty, and I'll do one more real quick.
I have a secret. Come closer and I'll tell you. Closer, closer.
But yeah, depending on how long his activation is, gives how long his reset time is, which some people do find to be annoying. It is a little annoying for some animatronics. Like I know Baphomet has that issue too, but it's not a game breaker or anything for me, or a deal breaker for me. So yeah, that's his demo. I'll unplug him now just to stop that noise. So I'll be right back to talk about the rest. All right. Now his animation isn't anything super unique as you saw in the animation. It is a new mechanism which we haven't seen before, which again is always exciting to see, but it's nothing revolutionary either. Like Mr. Dark or something. It is just a circling motion, which I think is pretty cool. It works very well for him. Now onto the phrasing. I love all the phrases except the one that they used in the promotional video, and the one where it's come closer and I'll blah 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 blah, and then he yells like a jump scare. That kind of the worst phrase in my opinion, just because he doesn't jump scare you, so it doesn't make sense. Like closer, closer, blah, and he doesn't do anything different that would like justify that phrasing. But other than that, I love all his phrases except that one. So that's kind of another downside, but nothing too major. But yeah, he's really cool. Now on to probably the deal breaker for most people and why he didn't sell very well. He is about 6.5 feet tall, I'd say, especially with the hair, and he retails for $279.99. I think that is not a just price. Like I don't know where that comes from, because his box isn't anything big, so I can't see shipping. But I don't know. It's just it's a lot. But I mean, he has the light, he has the fan, he has the wiring head, like the light wires. So he does have a lot going on. But then again, like the quality too, because there have been issues with him breaking. The price isn't justified. Not to mention the half a head, and like the quality just isn't that. It's not on par with the price, and just the price. It's like to think that his price is the same as Mr. Dark doesn't make sense to me. But, yeah, that's my only real complaint with him, hence why I waited till the half off sale to buy him. So then he was a much more affordable price and much more reasonable. But yeah, that's all I have for the video. Overall, I'd give him definitely a 7 out of 10, and the points I took off were really just, I mean, it just seems like price to me, because it all comes down to price. Like, he is a great animatronic, but where he, doesn't, like, meet, like, on par, like, with the half a head or, like, with the reset time, which is very minor for me, but the half a head, the price, like, it just kind of all relates. Like, I wouldn't mind the half a head if he was a cheaper price, but other than that, yeah, so 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me what you think about Mr. Punchy in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you say, and until next time, see ya.